The cost to support some of the business that I'm providing in the US would be, 3 or 4 times more than what I'm currently paying the teams overseas.
The question ultimately, at the end of the day, is if you trust the person working for you. To me, candidly, it makes no difference if someone's in Wyoming or Chicago versus if they're in Argentina. Is the person a good team member, a good employee?
Sagan has really allowed us to grow and scale affordably and just have that kind of resource at our fingertips that it's like as soon as we need someone, we can just get that out there, start getting candidates and know that we're going to get high quality. So I think it's really helpful for our growth over the past couple of years.
I started my marketing agency to help blue collar service-based businesses. One thing I love about Sagan is you're not hiring virtual assistants, you're not hiring contractors, you're not hiring freelancers, you're hiring team members just like if they were in this room with me right now. And that really resonated with me. I played college sports, I love team stuff. So the team part of Sagan resonated with me like tremendously to start.
I own a firm that primarily does bookkeeping through fractional CFO. We do some payroll and administrative functions for some of our clients. The reality is my business has grown probably 3 or 4x in terms of total revenue per month. And so that's supported by the staff that I'm able to bring on and continue to drive the margins that I want to see for the business segments that we have.
Our whole team is practically comprised of only 2 US-based people, myself and my chief operating officer, and the rest of our team is global talent. So we have team members in Argentina, in Mexico, in Brazil, and most recently Honduras. And Sagan has been a huge part of our journey in finding awesome global talent.
We're a very old startup, we like to think about. So probably quicker growth than we imagined. And then over the last few years and really needed much more back-end support. So that's when we kind of looked into Sagan to help bridge the gap and bring us some other folks globally that could help kind of put all the pieces together.
We're in the student transportation industry, so we transport students to and from school. Just like being provided with a small portfolio of candidates that have basically already been screened for the roles we're hiring for is really, really helpful. It just saved us a lot of time.
My experience has been great so far. I think overall, I was able to use, all the credits the first year, use a lot of the resources and build my firm from basically one person to, I think I've hired 6 through Sagan and I have a couple other US based. It's been great.
Having the option to essentially have multiple candidates served up on a platter made it really nice. The onboarding was pretty quick and easy, and they were all from various different countries. So, there's been enough information within the Sagan community where I could figure out, how do I pay this person in this country and this person in this country.
All of our US employees are distributed and work from home. And so for us, it's just kind of a no-brainer. I think majority of our staff in the marketing world does not need to be in the US. Even our client-facing employees can be global. One of the first calls we had with a client that had one of our global employees running it, very quickly within the call, I realized wait, my client has a thicker accent than my employee does. This is great. No one notices. And if they do, they don't care.
Maybe you have some function of your business where you're hiring people that you're looking at stateside, but they have to be in the States. Basically, it's such a smaller pool of people. If you don't think about it from just a cost standpoint, you drastically increase the potential pool of applicants to a much wider ocean relative to a smaller pond. That just opens up so many more possibilities.
Some people have bad experiences sitting on a customer service line, and I think that that's what they think is hiring global talent. And, the reality is I'm hiring accountants that I think are some of the best accountants that I've ever trained. And so I think you get a lot different experience actually going out and doing it, interviewing people. And so I would say, my experience has been great.
I think it's worth giving it a try. I mean, if you have Slack and, the right processes in place and everybody be on camera, I think it works out really well. It seems like it's going to be an ongoing value for us and tool that we just continue to use as we grow moving forward.